Hello everyone, this is Stephen Platinum and this is your 2011 Tag Team Season Report. This is the first in many reports that you're going to see. There's myself, Stephen Platinum, and of course the Minister of Defense, Oscar Worthy, here to break down this season. We've got 8 great teams and 2 divisions, the Alpha Division and the Omega Division. And the finalists from each one of those divisions will face off in Sacred Ground Chapter 2 for the 2011 Tag Team Season Trophy. We start with the Omega Division. This is the team of Awesome Zach Daniels and Chad Silva.
I've only had a few occasions to see them in action, but I'm very impressed. They have a very nice tag team chemistry. They're very different. There's the high flying and the power element. They remind me a lot of a young Hart Foundation.
Yes, and in that analogy, Chad Silva would be the Jim the Apple Neidhart, powerfully built. Zach Daniels makes things happen, great technical wrestler, the best drop kick in Platinum Championship Wrestling, and together they're going to give a lot of guys trouble because they haven't been a team that long, but they're obviously 2 guys that were familiar with each other. I think they may have feuded with each other at one point somewhere else. So they know each other backwards and forwards, and they seem very focused on this tag team season. Now, another team, Thunder and Lightning. Now, they are PCW fans, longtime PCW fans will be very familiar with Chris Gans and Chris Lightning. And they weren't in 2010 season, but they're here this year in 2011.
Yes, we've seen a lot of them, not in the tag team tournament, but they had an excellent feud with the Washington Bullets, and they held their own with the Bullets, and a great feud that went on quite a while. That to me is all you need on your resume. That to me says you are a class team. You meant to be in with the best.
They will get down and dirty. They had a match with Chad Silva and Zach Daniels, and that match degenerated into a full-blown brawl. They hit each other with the hardest forearms, punches, and chops that I have seen in a PCW ring, and that's saying something. Of course, we can't fail to mention this team in the Omega Division. Operating under the Freebird rule, the Concrete Gorillas are going to get that privilege as well. Nemesis, Brian Blaze, and the newest acquisition, Jeter.
Team, hard to scout that team because you don't know which of the combinations you're going to face. The power of Nemesis, the just brutality, the might of Jeter, and the finesse man Brian Blaze. Any combination of them, lethal.
Last year, you had Jay Fury in that group, and Jay Fury, a phenomenal wrestler, no doubt about it. But there was a little bit of friction there with Nemesis and Jay Fury. Who was the leader of that team? It never seemed like they completely got on the same page. This year, Nemesis, clearly the captain on the floor, clearly the guy who's calling the shots. And the guys he's calling the shots for is a greatly improved Brian Blaze. We have a lot of teams that use speed. Brian Blaze can hang with those guys, and I would say that nobody on any of the teams has anybody that matches up size and power-wise with Jeter. A very dangerous combination in the Concrete Gorillas.
Last year in the tournament, I felt like the Gorillas, and then perhaps it was that friction between Nemesis and Jay Fury that made them, at the beginning, they were so lethal, so devastating, but I felt like they burnt themselves out. It's a 10-match season, and you have to save some energy. You have to learn how to pace yourself. I think perhaps that competition between Jay Fury and Nemesis caused them to burn themselves out.